the season for Mary Jane Gardening Club, and today we are going to make root salve. Who knew roots were so amazing? They have an active ingredient called fritolin, and the ancient Chinese used to use them, the Romans used them, they even used them in the Civil War. They would mix an extract of the roots with pigeon poop. Everybody signed up for that one. They were like so excited. So we're gonna dig up a root ball. You can see I have to use gopher cages because gophers love cannabis. Absolutely adore this stuff. Look at these beauties. See all this? Medicine. Pain medicine. It works amazing, especially for period cramps. Like instantly. Great stuff. Okay, only on this one. Okay, see this root ball? See how all this dirt is in there? What you want to do is you want to bang all the dirt out and get your garden hose and squirt it all out. You don't want any dirt or weeds. And this particular weed is called Devil's Nightshade because it will kill you. So do not get that in your salve. Oh, see, this one's better because look, this one's better than the other root ball because see, look at all these fibrous roots. That's where all the medicine is. So you'll find when you pick roots that depending on the growing conditions, their roots are going to be different, but these are perfect for a little thing, me blowing the dirt out. Okay, this is the nerd in me, but I can't help but notice the difference between this root ball and this root ball. This root ball grew in just plain horse poop, nothing added. Never watered the plant, never did anything to it, and look at this root structure. Now this root grew in much more traditional soil I added my top secret soil amendment recipe, which is fish heads and all kinds of other goodies. And look at the fibrous roots on this one. So we have two totally different root balls, and you can see they had different nutrition. So here we are in the kitchen now with our two root balls. I'm really excited because we're gonna probably get some different things going on. So our salve should be really great. We have these really thick roots. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna chop them up in little pieces. And then we have the really fine roots. And we're going to chop those up in little pieces too. So when I get this job done, then we'll catch up on the flip side. Thank you. Okay, so I have been chopping roots, and oh my gosh, one of these was so crazy. I had to get out the big guns and saw it off basically. And so anyway, I have it in smaller chunks. So I can put it in my Ninja now. And grind it up. So let me do that and then I'll catch you on the other side. So guys, some of them ground up really nice like this. But there was still some big chunks in here, so I'm gonna keep grinding and not boil. When they're this size, it'll be really hard to boil all the goodies out of that. So you just gotta keep grinding. A Vitamix is probably the perfect contraption to use for this process. I'm using a Ninja, which has a pretty strong blade, but a Vitamix is the big guns, but I know they're expensive. A Ninja isn't so super expensive. It's more doable. So I'm gonna keep grinding and then I'll see when we get ready to do the next step. Who knew roots, which most people just toss in the compost pile, actually has so many healing properties on their own. It's not THC, it's not CBD. So this would be great stuff to make for your grandmother or anybody who might have a slight stigma against cannabis, or a strong stigma, I should say. Say it has no THC, no CBD. The active ingredient is fruitolin, and it's been used for thousands of years. Okay guys, I have my roots and I added water, and I'm gonna keep these boiling on the stove and add water as the water evaporates out. I'm gonna keep adding water and never let it get low of water. I'm gonna boil it for probably 24 hours. Hey everybody, so it's almost 24 hours later since I started this video, and we boiled the roots all night through several changes of water. Actually, not several changes of water. Boil it, let the water evaporate, pour my water in, let the water evaporate, you get the picture. So here we are, about 24 hours from the get-go. Now we're gonna add a layer of coconut oil. And I'm guessing the layer should be approximately 2 cups of coconut oil. And I got this handy dandy coconut oil from Costco, and it doesn't break the bank. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a layer of coconut oil on top and let it absorb all the nutrition and goodies and nutrients that got let loose from the boiling overnight, and let that absorb together. And we're gonna stop the video right now, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, you can see what I did. Oops. Let's get the reflection off of there. What I did was I poured the root coconut oil mixture into the bowl so it can start separating. And I let it cool down for a little while, and now I'm going to stick it in the freezer. And the coconut oil will float to the top, and it'll be really easy to separate it from the rest. Okie dokie, so that's what I'm going to do next, and we'll meet you on the other side. Here it is. I just took it out of the freezer. You can see that the coconut oil is frozen on top, and the goop that's coming up from the bottom is basically the root juice, and that's where all the goodies, there's a lot of goodies in there. So you might want to save the root juice and drink it. And we're gonna just pray that the coconut oil absorbed all of the goodies that it could, and we're gonna test it out and let you know. So when it thaws out, we'll give it a test. Hey guys at Mary Jane Gardening Club. I'm not exactly sure where we left off in our last video clip, but I put the coconut oil root juice in the freezer, and then I took it out and let it set for a couple of days, and I got a nice sheet of coconut oil, and then I put that sheet in a bowl for a couple of days and left it at room temperature. And now it is absolutely the most perfect consistency ever. It just feels wonderful. You know, I've tried it on a couple of people. Somebody who had period cramps and it worked right away. I tried it on somebody who had thumb pain. She's a chiropractor, worked on her right away. So this stuff, it seems like it's magic. And then the juice, you save the juice, and apparently if you drink like a drop or 2 a day, you'll live to be over 100 years old. It's supposed to be really good for you. I heard that from the video that I found on YouTube. So I've read a lot of scientific articles, and apparently the ancient Chinese, the Romans, and even people in the Civil War used this stuff. So who knows? Nobody knows for sure, but I'm gonna try it. I'm also going to try the juice on, I have a friend with fibromyalgia, and apparently it works really well for there. So we will be checking back and to see what the results are for her. So thanks a lot, and we'll just continue experimenting here at Mary Jane Gardening Club, and we'll share all results. Thanks for watching.